Hi everyone, the Honorable Mr. Dr. Miss Budiantoro, and all my dear. Before I start my presentation on this module, let me introduce myself. My name is Selvi Herlina from Department Manajemen, Fakultas of Ekonomi and Bisnis, Universitas Persada Indonesia, YAI. 1. Social media. Social media stands for an information stream which takes the steps of multimedia-based, multi-channel network communication for specific social or business purpose within various types of sites, each of which builds a user community. Social media differ from traditional news media mostly in that message travel not only from the sender to the receiver, but also vice versa or table two. This offers the opportunity to co-create and share the news and information via publicly accessible channels that enable uploading and downloading information, post and video, including emailing, texting, or multimedia messaging. Anyone can publish any content and verification is performed directly by recipient without any go-between such as an editor-in-chief, a publisher, or a censor without any go-between such an editor-in-chief, a publisher, or censor, while some view this is a token of genuine freedom, others talk of anarchy. In fact, this kind of communication contains element of both. Table 2 difference between the use of traditional media and social media in business. Information content in traditional media, homogeneous for all. In social media is a personalized interaction with consumer. Traditional media is one way to the customer. Social media is a two-way dialogue. Building a product range in traditional media is a company. In social media, company and online communities. Product or service offered in traditional media, mass scale. In social media, niche using long tail. A group market research in traditional media, focus group. In social media, brand community. Another major difference between traditional and social media lies in the fact that products may be more diverse and tailored to individual needs or low cost or personalization for orders placed online, as well as created by community as a niche product. Creativity in establishing methods is usually inspired by user observation or things that can be offered to attract a large group of users who will be willing to visit the site regularly and recommend it to friends. As well as business needs, science companies might consider online communities as interesting target groups for their purpose. However, the new web-based business ideas to work best in Poland are tools which have previously proven to work in the US and which make confucius the special characteristic of Polish user and incorporate local cultural norms. 2. Using social media in business. The most obvious application of social media business is to use them for various promotional activities. Initially, those activities consistent in maintaining good customer relation and promoting brands, companies, or products. Further on, marketers began to appreciate another feature of social media, e.a. the possibility to engage customers in developing or shaping new products. Information about customer preference search from social media turned out to be invaluable for designing personalized advertising. It also creates new opportunities for product and service on the basis of needs. Individual job semantic analysis of user postings. 85% increased traffic 69%, provide make trust insight 65%, generate ideas 58%, develop loyal friends is 58%, improve search ranking 55%, grow business partnership 41%, reduce marketing expense 46%, and improve sales 14%. Because involved in social media activity do not easily translate into sales growth. To measure the impact of such effort, analysts usually refer to ROI, return on investment. However, this ratio is characteristic for being focused in maximizing short-term benefit for the brand without taking account of customer engagement and long-term effect. Marketing efforts in the social media may be outsourced to specialist providers or interested to the dedicated unit in companies' marketing departments. However, this activity should not be viewed as a hobby for a staff member. Many managers provide social media is a free advertising channel because it uses a publicly accessible medium, e.a. the internet. However, social media will not become effectivity until they are used creatively with the systematic day-to-day effort to build confidence in the brand and loyal user community. 3. False identities in the social media. The greatest hazard for a company in the social media when a false account is set up in a social networking site. For social media over an account verification functionally to establish authenticity first is then Twitter-based option for the purpose. A false profile is a powerful tool harm a company, or this applies also to fanpage or celebrities as well as private individuals. A false account may only be actively removed by a web administration or through protected litigation where litigants need to provide evidence to prove that content of such fanpage was actually detrimental. For this reason, it is highly rational for companies to set up their official profiles in all social media. It is best for companies to define their own social media communication channels with customer and indicate that they feel responsible for such channels. 4. The outcomes of using this semantic web. Users certify their privacy in order to get access information. They online behavior, published content, shopping preference, and extracted potentially used afterwards as a part of knowledge database related to specific internet user to group user is the helpful and user whenever internet user experience and with needed forms based of the analysis of previous search and message and process online. When to switch expert related knowledge and apply to create conscious needs, this begs a question on the ethic of online media personalization, appearance of simple personal details, e.g. first name, date of birth, location, search from a social networking profile in effort target directly at the particular person is not particularly disturbing. However, if the content of an advertising message implies that it is based on information organization of the monitoring that user online comments and behavior, message address only to friends, description of event concerning a particular person, his or her mood in trips. This may generate a sense of threat to privacy and superstition of online affiliation. This also poses a question on the boundaries of privacy in the social media and its safeguards. So, online privacy guarded by companies which are more effective by such a privacy guards to work while they work exercise a lot of self-control over everything they publish online. In that case, they could no longer respond spontaneously to various outside even though would have to build and their image visually constantly multiplying it through our social media. Maybe that's enough of my presentation, more or less and sorry. Thanks for your attention. Stay healthy.